Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka was born on 24th December 1953. Is a Kenyan politician who was the 10th Vice President of Kenya from 2008 to 2013. Musyoka served in the government under President Daniel Arap Moi and was Minister of Foreign Affairs from 1993 until 1998. Subsequently, under President Mwai Kibaki, he was Minister of Foreign Affairs again from 2003 to 2004, then Minister of the Environment from 2004 to 2005. He was unsuccessful candidate in 2007 presidential election, after which he was appointed as Vice President by Kibaki in January 2008. He was born in Sekuru in a remote part of Mwingi district, then part of Kitui district in Kenya's eastern province. Between 1960 and 1967, he studied at Sekuru Full Primary School to attain basic education. Then he went to Kitui High School in Kitui for the ordinary level and eventually to Meru School in Meru, from where he graduated with advanced level in 1973. Kalonzo Musyoka graduated with Bachelor Law degree from University of Nairobi in 1977. He continued further studies at the Kenya School of Law in 1978, where he was awarded a postgraduate diploma in law. In 1979, he attended the Mediterranean Institute of Management in Cyprus, where he earned a postgraduate diploma in business. On 19th December 2008, Kalonzo Musyoka was honored with a doctorate in humane letters in recognition of his achievements in peacemaking, conflict resolution efforts, sustainable community development, and humanistic ideals by Kenyatta University during its 25th graduation, named African Dignitary Man of the Year 2016. Musyoka vied for the Kitui North constituency parliamentary seat in 1983, but was defeated. At the time, Kenya was one-party state and only party fielding candidates was Kenya African National Union. However, only 2 years later, in 1985, the Kitui North seat was vacated and Musyoka won subsequent by-elections, thus becoming an MP at the age of 32. In 1986, he was appointed Assistant Minister for Works, Housing and Physical Planning, serving until 1988. He was re-elected at the 1988 parliamentary elections and served as Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly from 1988 to 1992. He was also KANU's National Organizing Secretary from 1988 to 2002. Kenya's first multi-party elections were held in 1992. Musyoka stayed in KANU, renewed his parliamentary position, and was appointed Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation. He also held a couple of other ministerial positions while part of the KANU government. In June 1993, he addressed the World Conference on Human Rights in Austria, which was the first human rights conference held since the end of the Cold War. He termed the illicit mineral trade, which fuels and finances what he called the cause of incessant conflicts, environmental degradation, but ultimately and sadly too, poverty. The Vienna Declaration and Program of Action was the major result from this meeting after the participants reached a consensus. He was again elected to the parliament at the 1997 elections, but now from Mwingi North constituency, since his former constituency Kitui North was split into new constituencies. In the months leading up to 2002 general election, under the leadership of then KANU Secretary General Raila Odinga, he decamped from KANU to join the Liberal Democratic Party as a founding member under the banner of the National Rainbow Coalition, which went on to win the general elections. In 1st December 2003, as the Minister of Home Affairs and International Cooperation for Kenya, he welcomed the people to this meeting, whose theme was strengthening the role of the IGAD in regional peace initiative and post-conflict reconstruction on behalf of the Republic of Kenya, and thanked the Danish government, IGAD Secretariat and the IAS on behalf of the IGAD member states for the preparations and funding of the meeting. Kalonzo Musyoka was involved in the Sudan peace process between 1993 and 1997, and he was part of the team that reconstituted the draft establishing IGAD in 1995. Musyoka became Minister for Home Affairs for a second time under President Mwai Kibaki. but in a cabinet reshuffle on 30th June 2004, he was moved to the post of Minister for Environment. In the late August 2004, he was additionally removed from his position as a chairman of the Sudanese. Subsequently, Kalonzo Musyoka decamped Liberal Democratic Party into the little-known Labour Party of Kenya. Kalonzo Musyoka was widely expected to vie for the presidency in December 2007 election. Musyoka campaigned for the ODM Kenyan ticket, facing a number of other contenders. His rating for December 2007 election steadily dropped, and political analysts wondered whether he would make a significant impact. His relationship with fellow ODM Kenyan leader Raila Odinga, who was after the ODM Kenya presidential ticket, was the subject of much speculation. Many observers questioned whether the presidential hopefuls of the ODM Kenya, particularly Raila and Musyoka, could unite to support one common candidate for the general election. The ODM Kenya split into two functions, one gathered around Musyoka and the other one gathered around Odinga in August 2007. Musyoka was elected by his function as its presidential candidate on 31st August 2007, receiving 2,835 votes in a secret ballot against Julia Ojambo, who received 791 votes. Musyoka has been quoted as saying, "The war against poverty could be won unless environmental issues were addressed." Musyoka launched his presidential campaign at Uhuru Park in Nairobi on 14th October 2007. This move was criticized by those who saw him as a traitor to the ODM party Raila Odinga. According to official results, Musyoka placed a distant third behind Kibaki and Odinga with 9% of the vote. Amid violent crises over the results, with supporters of Kibaki and Odinga disputing the outcome, Kibaki appointed Musyoka as vice president and Minister of Home Affairs on 8th January 2008. Musyoka expressed gratitude to Kibaki and, referring to the ongoing dispute and violence, said that he was intensively aware of the appointment that came at a difficult time when our nation was going through a painful moment. He took office as vice president on 9th January 2008. The political crisis eventually led to the signing of a power-sharing agreement between Kibaki and Odinga. In the Grand Coalition Cabinet that was announced on 13th April 2008, Musyoka remained Vice President and Minister of the Home Affairs. In 2010, Musyoka supported the draft constitution in the campaign for 4th August referendum, but members of the campaign team opposing the draft constitution, leading to a satirical comparison of Musyoka to watermelon, which is naturally green outside and red inside. The team supporting the draft constitution was represented by color green, while the team opposing the draft constitution was represented by the color red, and the green team and the red team. Musyoka's nickname, Watermelon, was because of his alleged open support for the green team and the secret support of the red team. Most of the opposition of the draft constitution were the clergy. In the race for the fourth president of Kenya, Kalonzo joined his longtime political opponent Raila Odinga to form the Coalition for Reform's Democracy CORD, with Musyoka shelving his presidential ambition to run as Odinga's running mate. When the first round of the presidential election took place on 4th March 2013, Uhuru Kenyatta was declared the president-elect of Kenya by Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission. Raila Odinga challenged this in the Supreme Court of Kenya. Questions were raised why Musyoka was not a petitioner in the case. After the Supreme Court dismissed the CORD petition, he left office when the president-elect Uhuru Kenyatta was sworn in. Dr. Kalonzo Musyoka has since from 10th June 2013 served as the University Chancellor of the Uganda Technology and Management University, a privately owned university in Uganda based in Kampala, that country's capital and the largest city. In July 2019, Dr. Kalonzo Musyoka was appointed by President Uhuru Kenyatta as Special Envoy to the Republic of South Sudan. In February 2020, he was able to broker a peace deal in South Sudan between President Salva Kiir and former rebel leader Riek Machar. The deal saw two form a unity government. Kalonzo Musyoka is married to Pauline. They have 4 children. He was baptized by Pastor Masila Munyoki. He is the patron of the Kalonzo Musyoka Foundation and he has served since 2006.